Good afternoon, guys. Vino here. It is Wednesday, February 11th, 2026. It's just a little bit after 4 o'clock right now, 4 p.m. here in the afternoon. Pretty normal day. Did have to go to the bank and do some adulting situations, but other than that, I am going to probably go make myself a cup of tea here pretty soon. Um, just wanted to keep up on the kind of the music listening that I've been doing. And as I kind of mentioned in one of my earlier videos, I did get a chance to fully listen to J. Cole's new album called Falling Off. And it's a lot of tracks, but yes, totally worth the full listen through of every single track on it. There's like two parts, like two discs, and I'm so jealous. Apparently, in Atlanta or like some, yeah, I think parts of Atlanta in the U.S., J. Cole has apparently gone out, literally driving in his Civic, Honda Civic, and selling the albums, like physical CD albums, which is really cool. Like I love owning a physical CD album. I love unwrapping it and putting it into my CD player. It's kind of a lost feeling in the current era of digital media, but yeah, it's really awesome to hear about. And yeah, I'm really jealous. I wish I could have been there to like go buy a physical album by the artist, one of my favorite rappers in the industry. And yeah, just super envious of that. But yeah, in any case, I was able to purchase the full album myself. I do have Apple Music right now, so I just heard it in general without really paying anything for it. But I ended up purchasing the full album from my iTunes shop. So even if my Apple Music expires in the next little while, at least I'll still own the songs to an extent. But again, it's a digital version of it. So I am thinking about if I can get it on Amazon or like an online store. I think I want to buy the physical CD if I can, if I get the opportunity. Even if it's not right away, that's okay. I still heard the music, so that satisfies me at the moment. Um, but yeah, which kind of brings me to like what I want to talk about today was just I've noticed that I'm kind of having like a pendulum swing between feeling like I shouldn't buy certain things, like physical material things, but at the same time, it gives me a sense of like not a dopamine hit. I just think it gives me a sense of like peace and happiness, even if it's only for a brief moment. That allows me to kind of feel like a kid again in some senses, being like a kid born in the 90s. I'm a 94 liner here. Once I entered my early childhood to like high school, I enjoyed like physical kind of puzzles and toys. And uh, growing up, we couldn't get all of that. I'm very fortunate with my parents, like they, especially my dad. He bought me like a Game Boy Advance SP. He's one of the reasons why I love having and purchasing physical CD albums, because he used to like share with me a lot of his physical CDs, like Michael Jackson CDs and like Beyonce or like Destiny's Child from their early days, and like Shaggy, all these kind of music artists. So because of him, I ended up like having a love for physical CDs and media, which is kind of something we've lost now in this era. But when it comes to like buying things, like especially in the last, I think maybe 2 years now so far, I have purchased a lot of Lego sets. It only started as like a small thing where I purchased like the Fast and Furious car Lego set, like Brian's Nissan GTR and Dom's like Charger. Um, and then it just kept on going. It's only like for some people they might not even think that much about buying something like that, because the value that they put in terms of cost to kind of product and value, not everyone treats things the same way. um, as I mentioned, I try to be pretty careful with my money. I am pretty like not humble. Well, I guess you could say I am humble in the sense that I don't like show off my things in any form. I'm also like very conscious of like, oh wow, like I'm able to get these things. Some people can't even afford like certain other things. So I try to just appreciate the things I do have. But in the context of Lego, which is my recent kind of almost like addiction in a sense, I guess you could say, any time that I have purchased a Lego set, spent the time to kind of build it following the instructions, um, honestly, it gives me a sense of like peace. It gives me a sense of focus, especially after I look at a computer screen all day for work. And then again, I continue to look at a computer screen for like my gaming or like my general day to day activities for YouTube consumption or other media content that I watch on a daily basis. So seeing those things constantly, my eyes get tired. I'm just like mentally exhausted in a way that I don't expect, and that's that dopamine hit, right? That all these kind of screens and social media and gaming gives us. Don't get me wrong, I still really enjoy gaming. It is one of those things that in the right environment and the right video game, it does give me like peace and it does like allow me to de-stress properly. But I think after all these years, I wasn't like super into Lego when I was a kid. But now that Lego, the company, has built all these sets and base it upon popular items or like anime or like other genres of real like popular content, anytime I sit down to build a Lego, I have kind of two things. On one hand, I'm like, I'm really enjoying the time that I'm taking to build the Lego, but also it gives me such focus. Like, even if it's for like an hour or two, it allows me to just not look at a computer screen. It allows me to almost, in a sense, like I don't feel the itch to look at my phone, like to check a message or check an email or check social media or like even doom scroll. Which again, as I get older and as I'm getting more consumed by social media these days, I really dislike the sense of self that I get when I'm just doom scrolling on Instagram or like Twitter or Facebook, which I don't even use Facebook that much anymore in the last like decade. But Instagram in particular, I look at something and these social media platforms, Instagram in particular, just you look at something, you look at the next thing, you look at the next thing, and it's just like such a like an entrancing or hypnotic thing where time just slips away. And back in the day we used to say internet is supposed to connect us together, and it does. I mean, hey, like YouTube does connect a lot of people together, a lot of creators together around the world, and it gives them a sense of community. But I feel like we have lost true physical, like face to face community, and online presence does help. It is a useful tool and a good aid in getting people to heal and be focused and stay together. But definitely, I think in person is still better. I have been thinking about, or at least I have the desire to kind of build a Lego set with a like a friend or like a family member. I did get a chance to build a Lego set, which is the Wally Lego set I showed earlier in one of my videos. I built that with my mom, which was really fun. My mom does like Lego as well. She started getting into it once I started showing her some of my Lego sets. I have purchased for her the botanical Lego sets, not many, but just like one or two, and she's enjoyed it. My dad, on the other hand, he is like, of course, of the mindset of, spend some, but it's turning into, he feels like it's a waste of money. But again, for me, it's not the price or anything, which I am very careful of. I try not to cross like that $30 to $100 mark in general, unless something goes on sale. But yeah, I'm very conscious about which sets I buy and pick. So as I said, because it gives me that chance to, at least for an hour or two when I build the Lego set, I'm not like just doom scrolling on social media. That's kind of the healthier benefit that I'm enjoying right now. So definitely, I would recommend others to enter the hobby of Lego sets, and like same idea as when I would recommend anyone to like read like a good book series, like a physical book series, anything like that. But I think we definitely don't want to dismiss Lego in that sense. But again, the main thing is we have to limit our screen time, and I'm working on that. It's not easy. I'm pretty weak to it. I have a pretty high screen time. I average about 5 to maybe 5 to 6 hours on average every day. And it's gotten better on the times when I'm just like, playing my guitar or building a Lego set. It reduces that screen time, but still it is quite high. So yeah, just I hope that everyone, even if you're watching this video right now, do your best to observe yourself and kind of notice how much time you spend looking at your cell phone, looking at social media. If you get the chance, if you're not like me stuck in the cold right now where I wish I could like take a walk outside, I'm really like beating myself up about not taking more chances during the springtime earlier last year. But yeah, if you get the chance to, take a nice walk outside, walk your pet if you have a pet, would definitely highly recommend that. But yeah, hope everybody's Wednesday is going well. We're halfway through the week, so keep going. We'll get to the weekend pretty soon here. But thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Catch you in the next one. Peace.